Hello guys, I'm Gears and welcome back to another Minecraft video, where today I'm going to be showing you how to basically run any command using just loot tables. So I showed it off in my Lucky Block video, and yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how to do that too. Okay, so just to show you how it works, if we press this button, so here we go, here's a horse, and then a block of sand, so yeah, it's completely random, well, from what parameters I've set, and here. Just keep getting different things. So yeah, here I got the resistance effect and so on. Okay, so just to show you, all this does is it spawns loot, so it spawns from this loot table one block above it, this custom loot table that I've created. So let's just disable this data pack that's running, and then we will create a new one and I'll show you how to make it. We're going to go over to miso.github.io, which is a really useful tool I find when making data packs. Link will be in the description, and we go to loot tables, and here we can create a loot table. So the way we're going to do it is we're going to go over to here, we're going to type in barrier. It doesn't have to be barrier, I just like using it because it's an item that doesn't get used in game much. So go to functions and set MBT. So in here we type some curly brackets because that's the format, and now we type this run command : 1b. So this doesn't need to be exactly that, but it just tells the code that it's running command, and then we go, and the command it wants to run is, so then we put 2 quotes, and then we write the command in, so for example, summon a zombie. So yeah, it's good to use single quotes, because if you use double quotes, then sometimes that is used in the actual command and it basically breaks it. Okay, so now we can add another one. So again, barrier, functions, MBT, and then the same again, so curly brackets, run command, so our code knows that this barrier is running command. Then the command, quotes, and then the command itself. So what should we do? Okay, yeah, just something random, kill @p. So then we just repeat this over and over again and add as many of these as we want. Okay, so I've added a few more, and then so what you can do as well is you can add weight to them. So for example, can make this one be weight 10 and be like way more likely than the others, and yeah, have all the rest be weight 1, or maybe this one can be weight 2. So that will be the most likely, and then this will be likely a bit more, and then the other 2 will be a lot more unlikely to happen. Yeah, so now what we do is we can copy this. Oh, you have to click copy, otherwise it doesn't work. And so what I've done is I've just created a new data pack, just normal Datapack. It just has, you know, the load.json, tick.json, and then the load and tick functions. And all it has extra is just one loot table. So if we go and paste our loot table in, there it is. So now we can start working on the code. So if we go into tick, the tick function that will run 20 times every second, we're going to execute as all entities type of item and NBT of, we're going to detect for that run command tag that we had before. So item and then tag colon run command 1b. Remember to type it exactly the same, otherwise it won't work. So we're going to execute as that entity at the entity. We're going to run a function. We're going to create a new function to place the command. We're going to add a new function to run the command. So we'll just call it run command. And yep, we'll add the function. Okay, so in this function, what we're going to do is we're going to set the block to a command block. And then we're going to add this auto colon 1b tag, and this just means that the command block will run the command as soon as it's placed down. So after this, we will summon a marker armor stand to mark where the command block is, and we won't use that right yet, but we will get to that later. Just also make it a marker, give it a tag of command, so we can identify that it is where a command block is, and we'll make it invisible and invulnerable as well. Oh, forgot the 1b. Invulnerable and a marker, so that basically the player won't be able to know it's there. So now this is the part where we actually get to run the command. Now we take the command from the item, so in that command tag. So we're going to data modify the command block, the command part of it, and we're going to set the command from the item entity because we're executing as the item. So item.tag.command, and that holds the command that we had previously set in the loot table. Oh, also I almost forgot, we need to also kill the item, otherwise it will like set command blocks everywhere and cause a lot of lag. So back in Minecraft, if we reload, and now we loot spawn the loot table, just wait for it to finish loading in. There we go, and spawn the loot table. Look, there we go, it summoned a zombie. And now we can do it again. Oh, no, not command block. If we do it again, then yeah, look, so we got poison, so the loot table is working as intended. So the problem is, there's this command block here. So the next thing we need to do is remove the command block. So now, back in our code, what we're going to do is we are going to we need to remove the block, and that's why we have the marker armor stand. So we need to do it before that, because if we do it after, then it will remove the command block in the same tick, and it won't have enough time to run the command. So if we put it here, then it will run that, and then the next tick it will remove it. So we're going to execute as all entities at the top, which are the type of armor stand, and have a tag of command. So this is what we use the armor stand for. And we're going to go at s, and what we can do is we can just set the block to air. But actually, this isn't good, because sometimes if the command, for example, sets the block, then it will replace that block with air. So what we should do instead is actually we want to fill just that block, so from that block to the same block with air, and replace command block. So it will only set it to air if there's a command block there. Actually, instead of doing this, we're going to run a function, because we're going to need to do multiple commands when we remove it. So we're going to run a function, loot table colon, let's just call it remove command, and copy that command there, add a file, remove command dot c function. Oh, let me just correct that one sec. So if we paste that in, then next we're going to kill the armor stand, so we don't have loads of armor stands lagging out our game. Okay, so let's go back to Minecraft, type reload, and now if we do /loot spawn loot, okay, so do that, gave us the effect, and there's no command block here because it removed it. So now the last thing we're going to change is, if we see here in chat it said applied effect poison to Gears YT, so we don't want this message here, because like it will just clutter up chat if we add all this in. So we need to remove that, but the problem is, imagine the person on the world, say, wants their command block output to be shown. If we just turn off command block output, then it will turn it off for them as well. So we need to basically make a way of only turning it back. We need to turn it back on afterwards if they want it to be turned on afterwards, if that makes sense. So what we do is we go to the load function. Here we're going to need to add a scoreboard. So we'll go scoreboard, objectives, add, we'll just call it command, and make it a dummy so that it can only be modified by commands. So now in our run command function, we are going to go here and we're going to do execute store the result on a score of, we're just going to create a fake invisible player and call it command block output. And this will basically store whether, oh, did I make it plural or not? No, okay. This will store whether command block output is on or not. So we'll be able to know whether the person who owns the world actually wants command block output on. So what we do is we get the command block output and store that onto the scoreboard. So if it's true, it will be 1, and if it's false, it will be 0. So what we do, we go here and, oh, but first we need to, after this, so we get whether it's on or not, and then we turn it off so that it won't show the command we run. And then after we remove it, we're going to execute if the score command block output is 1, so only if it was true before. So if it matches 1, we are going to do game rule, command block output, true. So turn it back on again, but only if it was on before. So if we go back into Minecraft for the last time, type reload. So then do loot spawn, tilde, loot that. Then, oh, so it killed us, which was one of the things in the loot table. That's fine. And if we see in chat, it didn't say killed Gears YT, which is what it would have said if we hadn't added this fix. All it said is dropped one barrier, but that's just because we ran the command. If it was from a command block or from the datapack, it wouldn't have even said that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you will find this useful and use it in your datapacks. And if you found this useful, then please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, because I put a lot of effort into these videos and it would mean a lot to me. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.